So after getting killed by a volcano...
The Cave of Zinictitis.
Yeah, I don't know if they got those names right or not.
Zikaninikididik. So we're traveling through the Cave of Zinictitis?
Yeah.
Zinikidikitikus? Yeah, like that
I think
fish
it's
on
probably
the plot.
I think it's probably best not to think about it.
The Cave of Zinc.
Yes, yes, sure. We'll go that way. That works better.
It's the basis of all life.
Alright, it's gone. Then this happens again.
It's like someone stuck a head on a fish.
Yeah, it is. No, I mean, it's all done with, like, sprite additions. Alright, that was completely uneventful.
I don't know, there was music.
Yeah, there's music. There's always music. It's a Nintendo game. And then we got these jackasses.
I'm a fish made of bones. I'm like other fish, except I don't have their exterior.
They look like nerdfish. Like they have glasses. Make yourself bigger.
And purple.
Make yourself harder.
And a
faster.
rock star.
Stronger.
We can do it. We have the technology. We have the menus.
Yes, well, the menus aren't very well put together.
Neither is this fish.
No, he's not.
I'm gonna get ya.
Don't ever do that again.
Not even once?
Not even once. And that sticks you there, which means you can't go back anymore.
Oh. So how did you get there?
Well, I went through the level, and then it put me in a one-way thing that I couldn't get out through.
These jellyfish look terminally worried, as they should be.
Well, they're like the weakest enemy in the game.
Everything eats us.
It doesn't make any sense. We're toxic to most things.
But they don't care. Yeah, your fish just sinks. At some point you become a submarine with torpedoes. I'm gonna get you. See this on my head? It's a drill.
Alright, this is great. Watch. Hey, that's not creepy
That's
at
a
all.
lie.
And then the music changes permanently.
And the seaweed follows you around, creeping you out.
Yeah, pretty much.
I might be a shark.
No, it's a Karasalash.
There's no reason to bring that kind of language into it, Rudy.
Karasalash.
I'm not into Pokemon, really.
Neither is this game.
This Pokemon is into stakes, big time.
Stakes, huh? So you might notice that I'm using up all of my points, and that's because, well, this wasn't the first time that I tried to do this. Basically, I died like 6 times at this boss. And then I think I pulled out like just the last 2 and made that the video. Because the bosses in this game are all dicks. Every last one of them.
Well, I mean, if I saw something like that in the water, I'd want to beat the crap out of it, too.
I mean, but would you want to eat it?
Probably not, no.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't trust that purple color.
No, it's all wrong.
I would want to punch it a lot.
Oh, yeah, sure, but... Yeah, and then these things are whispering to each other.
Hey, do you think the fish can hear us? I'm gonna pretend to be one of them. I'm gonna infiltrate them.
Infiltrate the shark fishes.
So this fish is like a hero of the ages, right?
Yeah, that's right.
With an endless appetite.
An endless appetite for experience points, or E.V.O points as they're called in this game.
And there's not a thing he won't kill to get him. Right now that fish is just thinking, boy, if this was a 3D world, those schools of fish back there, they'd all be dead. Does your fish have a name, or...?
No. Alright, so...
I'm gonna call your fish +4. Oh great, there's a giant undersea tribal war. If I stop, I die!
I wish, right?
This is just
yeah,
the
look at
music
how much damage that thing's tail does. It's ridiculous.
Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Ow. Why did I do that?
And that's it. Like, you don't have the maneuverability to deal with that boss. It's just ridiculous.
You suck. There's no hope for evolution.
Everything will remain static forever.
They just find a god somewhere. Like, look, can we do like a creation thing or something? Because this just isn't working out.
And as you look here, I'm kind of like desperately looking for things to improve my fish avatar. And it's like, nope, I'm maxed out on everything except horn. I'm like, no, I suck. There's nothing I can do about that, is there? No, not really. So, I think in the previous part that I cut out, I tried the swordfish horn, and what the swordfish horn does is take away my expensive teeth.
That doesn't sound useful.
No, it's not useful at all. Like, I spent 800 points on those teeth, and then they're like, buy the most expensive horn. And it's like, well, okay, I'll buy the most expensive horn. And it's like, you just lost your teeth. And it's like, what? But I don't want that to be the case. Yeah, exactly. And this is where I came up with an exploit. I guess it's an exploit. Is that if you do evolution, you gain all your hit points back. I didn't realize that, so I think I make use of that later on.
Alright, so +4 here is gonna kick some fin.
I'm gonna kick something. That comes later. Meat only stays good in the water for 15 seconds. Things I learned from E.V.O. So
the ability to slap with a tail is pretty high intelligence. I mean, maybe these creatures are already more evolved than we at first imagined.
It's possible, but unlikely.
You're actually the dumbest fish in the ocean.
Well, I mean, you're being controlled by the player of someone who would pick up a game like E.V.O.
We've got electrodes in his brain. I'm just an undersea basketball, leave me alone!
They really do look like that, don't they?
Oh, they move like that, too.
That is true, yeah.
So this is Double Dribble 3.
Insert subtitle here. Now, I hope this is the one where I get the boss. It takes way too long. Oh yeah, and he just charges in from off screen.
I remember you from last time I killed you.
Yeah, exactly. And so I'm desperately trying to figure out how to get him to ram into a wall.
Is that the only time you can hit him?
No, you can hit him any time, but like he has that reaction thing where he does that bite attack. So I'm trying to get in on that. And that doesn't work quite well either. Do I die again? I might die again. Ugh.
Well, you know, evolution.
Yes.
There have to be some sacrifices.
Survival of the thing that is
Survival
favored
of the
by
one with the sharpest teeth.
Spirit. Yeah, I die again. At this point, I'm not having a lot of fun playing this game because it's just like
I sympathize.
I don't want to. I don't
Oh
want
my
to play
God,
this
you
boss
suck
anymore.
so bad.
I know, right? I'm just gonna take half your points, like in Dragon Quest, a much better game for Enix. Oh well, I've got 666 points, so I'm in good shape. So I do that, and I'm like, wait, this is useless.
Well, you can see your food better.
That doesn't help at all.
Well, of course not. I mean, he
I
can
don't know
see
what
his food better.
I don't know
but
what
we could
effect that
already see
has,
it.
but it's the second most expensive horn option. It's just weird.
Maybe there's like a deep sea level or something.
I'm like,
Which
no,
would
this
make
didn't-
no
this
sense
It
because
didn't
it's
change my
cost-
stats at all. I'm like confused here, right? It's like, yeah, it just looks cool, sort of. And of course, you can't get those points back. It just takes them. Like, I never figured out how to use the angler's head or angler horn. Like, it just doesn't. I don't think it does anything. It's not like the Super Nintendo has a bunch of extra buttons that I could be pressing.
The plants will rise.
Then I get that. And I discover that it's actually useful.
Well, now you're ready for anything.
Yes, I have a spiral horn.
It seemed to work out well for those squids.
Like, it does a lot of damage, which is great, right? So it's like, now I figured this one out. And then it's like, what? It works 3 times?
This game is a total dick.
Yeah, it basically is like, oh, you killed 3 enemies with this horn that cost 300 points. Each enemy dropped 50 points. This is
Do
a
you like
losing
that horn? Do you
proposition.
like it? Taking it
Yeah,
back.
exactly.
That's why you can't have nice things, Rudy. Because the game's a dick.
I think this is about where I decided that if I just had enough points, I could just grow multiple horns during the boss fight, and that would solve my problem.
They give you a horn gun at some point where you just shoot the horns out.
Yeah, basically. It's expensive, but it works.
Yeah, 3 points.
I'm like, alright, maybe I can get this time. And I'm like, wait a minute. It'll restore my hit points when I add the horn, so I'm gonna try this first. I think I actually get him this time. And then that happens, which is bad.
You've evolved the ability to handle boss patterns.
I mean, there is some of that, yes. I mean, I kind of hate games where, like, the boss pattern is something that you have to really just, like, memorize. And then I'm like, yeah, full hit points, and a horn, which works maybe 3 times. But it's, like, very hard to actually hit him with it.
And God forbid you suddenly look down.
Yeah. And then the horn has really bad, like... Yeah, so right here I'm like, I guess I need to redo that. So I switch over to the smaller horn.
That's your shanking horn.
Yeah. It's like a switchblade only for a fish. It does less damage, so... Ugh. That bite does so much damage, and there's nothing you can do about it. You know, aside from dodge reasonably.
The situation is desperate.
I almost picked the angler horn again. And then I get them. And then it's like, great. He drops a bunch of food, right? So I gain a bunch of E.V.O points, right? I get to use those, right?
Yes? You're gonna say yes, right? 'Cause that's the answer that you should be able to give.
Uh-huh.
Uh-oh, watch out for the osprey.
Grow legs. And welcome to this chapter of the game. All that stuff that you spent your time building up, all gone.
What the heck is that?
It's the game being a dick. And then here's the monolith, because monolith.
Well, we came to a new land. Let's not explore it. Let's go into outer space.
Yay!
Boy, you sure have a miserable existence.
Pretty much.
It's like I'm raising a pet.
A retarded pet that needs points in order to live. And then she's like, something's wrong. And then it's like, welcome to chapter 2. This chapter takes 70 million years, so still no time limit.
In their defense, it only feels like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Science, agriculture. Things that you can't do yet. Go hope something doesn't stab you and eat you.
And then this happens. I fell in the water, so it evolves my legs away, and then I can't get back out of the water.
Wait. I don't think that this game knew how evolution actually worked.
And then it evolves me again. Okay, whatever. Yellow ball. Eat yellow ball.
It's like Super Mario mushrooms for chaotic systems.
And then it looks like you have two different directions to go, but I find out later that you totally don't.
Oh, you're gonna lose them legs. Oh, they're gone. You've just set back history 70 million years.
So those guys give you no points, and there's a reason for that.
Swim +4. Swim.
Yeah, they're coelacanths. So they don't give you any points, because they're coelacanths.
Is that the reason they don't give you points?
Yeah, they just said they don't give you points because they're coelacanths. They decided to stop evolving.
Alright, so I'm supposed to intuit why a coelacanth wouldn't give you points.
Right. And legs are back.
I want to know why. It seems like my whole life everyone's been down on the coelacanth. Why is that?
You know what? I can't say that I know for sure.
They outlasted so much.
They've had such a... And then here's this, where it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to gain some levels, right? No.
Either that or go to a carnival. It looks like you're straining to do everything.
Yeah, you are.
Oh my
I
god,
am
get
too.
away from me! It's after me! It's
They
slightly
run exactly
bigger than
as-
us, we're doomed!
They run exactly as fast as you do, and they give you no points almost. It's like, and you can't double jump bounce on them even if you're smart about it. You can't grab those guys yet.
Get away, get away!
Yeah, they are really pitiful things.
I was just enjoying my supper and you jumped on my head. In their defense, it is pretty horrifying. You're biting them, and then they're just turning into cooked meat. So the other ones
Yeah.
are probably a little terrified of you.
I would agree with that. I mean, it's not like I don't understand. It's
I mean,
just
that's like a two-stage vampire right there. It's like, imagine you're on the street, you see someone bite someone else, and then they just turn into a steak, and then that person picks up the steak and eats the steak.
And here's where you find out that the game has a day-night cycle all of a sudden. And you're like, really? A day-night cycle now? Do I have to make use of this?
Well, it didn't in the ocean, because the ocean part was actually a dream.
Oh. A dream within a dream. At some point, I think I just give up and say, I don't want to fight these stupid things anymore.
I don't want to look at them anymore.
Well, I have some bad news for you. Now we get to the aggressive ones.
You can tell because they're green.
Yes, green is the color of aggression.
But only for animals.
Yeah, not for stoplights. I'm like, I really need... Oh. You want how many points?
To be fair, the music matches the gumpiness of the creature you have to play.
That is true.
You know, I understand the angered expression when you're walking, because if I was that thing, I'd be pretty ticked off too.
Yeah, totally.
I feel like this evolutionary path will come to an abrupt end.
Also, I'm trying to hide it, but the controls are really awkward.
Well, you had some synchronized jumping going there for a minute.
That's true. I'm like, Jaws, yeah, that's what I need.
Oh no, it just makes you smile. Okay.
Yeah, that's actually all it does.
Biting you.
Yes, the trick is to kill them under cover of nightfall.
I have a feeling that this game ends with those plants that were whispering from the beginning, having out-evolved you, and at the end of the game they take over the earth and kill you.
Oh no, I mean, I have a pretty good idea of how this game ends. I've gotten to a long time ago I rented this game a bunch of times over a summer, and I managed to get all the way to the final set of bosses and then couldn't get past those. And, well, I think I'll save the reason why I couldn't get past those for later, because it's a doozy.
Yeah, we are evolving now.
Yep, we're just evolving all over the place.
Get out of our land.
And then there's these things, which decide to ram you all the time. But they're worth
They
more
were built
points.
for it.
Yeah, they are.
Evolution made me this way, and I will
I
obey
can't help
evolution. The great god evolution.
Fortunately, all you need is a little bit of timing to take them out. But as you can probably surmise, walking around as a very slow animal, biting other very slow animals is not a whole lot of fun.
Oh, you're doing them a favor in the end, though. They're kind of evolutionary dead ends, too. It's like, look at this creature. This is something that gets around by bashing its head into things.
Yeah.
I don't think it has good prospects for the future. At best, they are the ancestors of deer and moose. Which, while the moose is noble, it still lives outside and craps in the cold.
That's true. And I mean, it's a moose. Nighttime is a buffet.
One of them games that comes from people thinking nature is amazing.
Yeah. It's exactly that.
I hate to be the one to break it to them, but nature's only amazing when we conquer it.
Pretty much.
I kind of want to see this thing walk around upright with a gun in a holster. But then it would be like a Pixar film or something, and I don't know if I'm really on board with that.
So then there's this.
Oh, it's the great amphibian Buddha.
It's another ridiculous boss.
This one doesn't look like it has as much of a weakness as the last one.
No, it kind of doesn't. And it does that thing where it, like, vomits out venom or something like that, which...
It looks like you're getting out-evolved here. What's going on?
It basically kills you in one hit. So, I figured out how to beat this boss after I stopped recording this video.
Is there like a speed portion in the menu where you can up your leg power there, or...?
No, there's not.
I just don't know what to say. I mean, I thought you were saying...
I thought you were the one, but it looks like this fat creature is probably... And so I'm like, okay, well, maybe I'm not supposed to go that way yet. Maybe I'm supposed to go this way.
Yes, our hope for the future is the Delta Burke of amphibians.
Empty land. There's nothing here. Well,
I am God, and I strike down evolution.
So we just got to hear a bunch of aliens or something, and I eat the green thing and nothing happens. It's the weirdest thing. And it doesn't open up a new level. So, in fact...
Maybe you've unlocked a flying saucer or something?
No, you don't get to use the flying saucer.
Well, what's the point of evolving?
Non-flying saucers?
This is exactly the problem I'm having. I mean, we're pushing 2020 here, and there's nothing in this world that is as sci-fi as I would hope it would have been. But we can all carry around computers in our pockets. I guess that's nice.
Yes, it's very nice.
Turns out the whole cars driving themselves thing is stupid.
Well, I mean, it depends on how much you like driving. And how much you like wrapping yourself around a tree. Or slamming into the side of a sky blue truck.
Oh my god, I never thought of that before.
No, that happened.
It happened?
Yes, it happened. There was a sky blue, like, semi-truck and a guy driving one of those self-driving Teslas. He just slammed into the side of it, and he did not survive.
See, we think it's because it was sky blue, but it was actually the birth of Skynet and its hatred of trucks.
No, we think it's because the truck was sky blue, but actually it's because he was watching Harry Potter.
I'm gonna ask this not expecting much, but, is there a purpose to the day-night cycle?
Buffet.
It's about the extent of what I was expecting in response. Boy, those old games sure were better than modern games.
Some of them were, some of them were not.
No, there's a lot of them that were.
Look how happy he looks when he jumps now.
I mean, at the very least, there was something... I have to give a game like this much. If they tried to remake this game in 3D in, like, the early to mid PlayStation, maybe even in the late PlayStation era, it would have been...
like, for Dreamcast?
Like, did you ever play Lemmings 3D?
No, I did not.
It was almost unplayable.
I can imagine that.
I mean, you know how Lemmings is. You had to pay attention to what was going on. Now imagine having to do that while rotating the camera.
Yeah. And that was when I gave up.
That was something.
Yeah, I figured out how to beat the boss. You're not gonna like it. No one's gonna like it. It sucks. It takes like 5 minutes, and it's totally worthless.